Welcome back to Let's Try Roleplay. This is episode 13 of For Ohmsford. I'm Henry, your DM.
I'm James, and I'll be playing Ibathane, the Dragonborn Sorcerer.
I'm Robin, and I'll be playing Nine, the Tiefling Paladin.
And I'm Connor, and I'll be playing Tholme, the Human Rogue.
In this episode, our heroes can totally still do this. Just, you guys can do it. But previously... You are taking this fairly leisurely. The town is under attack.
Yeah, no,
The plaza itself is just littered with bodies. Okay, and that will do 10 piercing damage, 20 poison damage.
What, you got?
Why?
Evo, you're gone.
One of you saved me, you
Yes,
dipshit motherfuckers.
We're working on it!
We're working on it.
Hang on.
Fuck off.
What is she on?
She's on one.
Do something useful!
Oh my god!
Get your ass down that fucking tower.
So we're feeling like Avengers style, like in a circle with everyone coming in on.
I think I know what he's going to do.
Have a plan.
Is it
You
one
always
of
have a
these
plan.
They're not usually good.
Let's say I'm the only one.
It's because you're the DM, you're the only one that doesn't have to.
True.
I want to hit him 1 in the head, 2 in the dick.
Alright, cool. Yeah. In the centre of the plaza, all you can see is Eldrath standing there with a small group of people standing around him, appearing to be making some sort of final stand.
Oh no!
And in the centre of the plaza, all you can see is Eldrath standing there with a small group of people standing around him, appearing to be making some sort of final stand.
God, I wish I hadn't cancelled the blink now. Can I quickly down my potion?
Yep, go for it. Roll
Okay.
it.
Maybe
What,
say
Can
nine.
someone give me a potion?
What have you got?
60 left.
4d4. 4,
I use one of mine.
what, 5, 6, 9,
10
10.
Plus
Plus
4,
4,
14,
14 health
hit points back. So you're on 19, yeah?
Should I? I'm on group opinion. I'm on 18 of 38.
You may as well. You never know what will
Yeah,
happen.
like as well. I've
Yeah,
got free
I would do
action
it.
now. I will give
Alright, cool. So,
9 one of my cure wound scrolls, so I have to go and read out a little short story.
Cure
to you.
Wounds. Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
So that's 7 plus.
I believe it's 3. Oh no.
So this is my spell attack.
Spell attack, yeah. No, ability modifier, so it's just your intelligence.
Oh, just my intelligence, which is
Mhm.
pretty high anyway.
That's your modifier, probably.
Plus 3, I believe.
Plus 3, yeah. So you get 10 hit points.
Cool, that'll do.
Alright, cool.
And can I use?
He's great at healing.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of the potions of greater healing, which is 44 plus 4.
Yep, that's the one.
So that's gonna be 3 and 4. So that's gonna be 10, 12, 16
Okay.
hit points.
Yep, regain those.
34.
Cool.
I'm almost full.
Alright, so I'll reiterate. The three of you are standing there on this big long road leading down to the plaza, and if you look towards the plaza, even now as you've been doing this, your Eldrath is standing in the middle, commanding his men around him with his sword in hand, whipping people with lightning strikes from it, stabbing left and right. It looks bad for him. They're completely surrounded.
Right, we're not going to be able to just attack these guys. So, do we do another big eye trick and big dragon?
So the people around him, are they equal all around him or concentrated on one side?
Probably equal all around him at this point. He's kind of standing wherever the middle is. He's moving to it, commanding those around him and helping where they. It's kind of a defensive line, but it's pretty much exactly like that.
So they're fully surrounded.
Fully surrounded.
And there's no bigger, large area of them under him.
Not really.
Point.
There maybe is.
we
Wait,
have a
wait, James, highs or lows?
Hellos.
Cool.
I honestly just thought of something as well.
So I can make a minor illusion of a 5-foot cube.
That is a lows. Yeah, there is probably one, probably actually the side closer to you, there's a big clump of them.
How many area people is in that?
How many people are in it?
Yeah, like how big is that area of people?
I'm gonna say probably about a. It's like a proper swarm, so they're densely packed and probably about 30-foot square, sort of circle area.
That's
How far away from it is it from me?
From where you are, you're fairly close, probably about 30, 40 feet.
I can get up to it.
You can, yeah. You can get
Right.
very close, yeah.
I would like to run up to the edge of it and use Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll, yep. So they're gonna roll saves.
And I would also... Yeah, no, that's it. That's all I can do.
All right, con save. It's actually the same for these guys. That'll be a 5. That'll be fail.
That's fail.
All right, cool. So yeah, you run up to the side of these. I'm gonna say it probably is 30 feet. You run up, kind of dive slightly into it, and activate Thunderwave. This massive blast goes out from where you are. Everything within, is it 15 feet?
Yeah, it's 15 feet.
All of them within 15 feet of you are blasted away, and you clear this cube of 15 feet. There's still probably maybe 2 ranks between you and Eldrass at this point. But yeah, it's all cleared, and they all take roll damage.
It's 2d8 because I can't cast it as higher than that at the moment because I've run
Roll
out of
it.
spell slots.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh shit. 6.
6
points of damage and they're pushed 10 feet.
Yeah,
So
cool.
it's
So
really much.
you clear this 10-foot wide square, and they all take 10 damage. You don't kill many, you kill some, but most of the ones you hit are badly damaged. They're not going to be able to fight as well.
And it's a big boom.
It's a big
audible
boom.
from
You hear a
300
massive
feet away.
bang. Pretty much the entire town would be able to hear this if there was anyone left. And yeah, what do you want to do now? The other 2 of you, what do you want to do?
Can I would, realistically, I can't do any mass damage type thing, so I might want to use minor illusion to make it look like I've got some sort of incredible weapon that's a 5-foot cube, like.
Do you want just like a big hammer? With
Or
like
no,
a 5
as
foot?
in like a fucking. Like I want a Gatling gun.
You want a Gatling gun? I don't know if Tommy would know what one is, but he's made it up. Gunpowder doesn't exist as far as he knows, but go for it. Yeah, you make this. You cast minor illusion, and next to you appears this big Gatling gun. What do you do with it?
I aim at all of them and shout.
Get away, ya fuck!
This is my swamp.
And then walk up to Elders after and
Get
go,
out of my swamp!
Just walk up to Elders after and they go, it's all Olga now.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Alright. Yeah, so you shout this. I don't quite know where you're going with it, but roll intimidation.
You're trying to scare them away, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I could do that.
I better roll fucking good for that. Is this deception or is this intimidation?
This would be intimidation.
You sure?
Yes. I'm 100% sure.
Fuck you. 11.
Some of them maybe look round and begin to move towards you, but most of them can't hear you. They're quite far away, and most of them probably wouldn't know what this thing next to you is.
As in, fuck off.
Yeah. 9.
See, this is the moment when I wish I could turn to that big massive archangel thing and just start wrecking
Level
things.
20, yeah.
This is when that would
levels
come in very much handy.
Level 9 is 9's 20, isn't it?
Shut up! Joke! Me!
Because, right, this, I don't know if I'm able to do this, because I can jump 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
From us to the actual, like, last stand, is that, like, a 30 feet distance? Or how
I'd say it's
far
probably 50 feet.
Is it? Because you just told me there was a compressed area that was the largest of 20 feet.
True. So yeah, and that was 30, and that,
Oh!
and
the
that,
PC's actually
and that was,
PM.
that
It's the
was,
first time I've listened.
and that was 30 feet away from you. 20 plus 30 is 50.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck, he's trumped us.
Yeah, but you can run then jump.
Yeah, but what? Because my thing is, like, I could try and ferry
Do you want to
people-
die with the town or not?
No, what my plan
You're
was
trying
was
to
to
like
get
a Thor jump
Eldrath.
into the middle.
I was gonna try like ferry people out of it, like jump it, but then I go.
Oh my god!
You want to space other people out?
Just jump in, grab someone, go boing, boing,
Boing,
boing.
boing.
Yeah, but then I'm like,
I was was expecting some sort of you jump in like Thor and like stamp the
No,
ground.
because I've
looking...
got all I have is a level 2 spell slot left, of which I can either do Zone of Truth, so I could ask them, yo pals, the fuck you doing here? Which, you know, not really exactly helpful for the townsfolk, is it? I can do a Misty Step, or I can do another 2 Divine Smite.
At
but
least I
that's not really
distracted
doing
them.
Damn.
So what are you gonna do, Nine?
You can use my Gatling gun.
She can see it, but she doesn't know what it is.
Generally, because the only thing I can do is really charge in and start cutting people up, and then I'll get overwhelmed. Are we gonna have to leave them?
No, I've got a plan.
So,
Oh no, here we go.
I have a plan. He's sexy plan.
You like?
What's wrong with sexy plan?
Fair. Nothing. Nine. Any ideas?
hold on.
He's not
Hold.
offensively. Wait, sexy plan for evil thing.
Hold.
He thinks he's very sexy.
You have
Hold.
a couple seconds to
Can
decide.
I'm just gonna use the Gatling gun thing. Can I also try and intimidate people on this Gatling gun
Roll
thing?
intimidation.
Oh god.
I could,
But it's really a Gatling
If
gun.
I stood like 30 feet ahead of you guys being like, the fuck?
Pretty
no,
much.
I would like to move up so I'm beside everything and just like shout a bunch of shit about how if these fuckers don't clear out, they're gonna die in the
We're
space
gonna let loose this bag of air.
I do want to say, like, the chance of
Okay.
this working are minimal, but roll intimidation.
Oh my god, roll it.
13?
I thought that was a 1.
That is a 1.
The 7 and
No,
the
it's
1.
not.
That is a 1.
That's a fucking 1!
Jesus Christ!
So you run up and go, excuse me!
No, to be honest, what she does run up and shout, but the sound of battle she can't be heard over.
Do you have time for our Lord and Saviour, the Gatling gun?
Have you heard about our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ?
Yeah, to be honest, what would happen is you run up and you scream at the top of your lungs, but you're not the only one screaming at the top of your lungs. All of these people and all of these...
Message Eldrass. Ask him what he wants us to do.
Oh, fair point.
You can't do it
That
now. Bit late for that.
That was what I was meant to do.
Ask him, mate, what do you need?
Do you message Eldrass?
You can't, it's not.
Is it my turn?
True. No, it's Ibathane's turn now.
Do your plan.
Okay, can I use, so to get a sorcery point and convert it into a spell slot, it's a number of sorcery points equal to that spell slot.
I believe it's more. Let me check. Creating spell slots. Level of first level spell costs 2 points. Second level costs 3.
Okay,
third
that's
level
fine.
costs 5.
I think I can still do what I want. Yeah, I can still do what I want. So I need 3 spell. No, I can't. Can I use a spell slot to make sorcery points and
You
then
can,
immediately
yeah.
turn them back?
As a bonus action on your turn, you can spend 1 spell slot and gain a number of sorcery points equal to the slot's level.
But can I put it then back immediately?
Yes, you can.
Right, okay, so I'm going to use one of my level 1 spell slots, get 1 more sorcery point,
Convert that back into a level 2.
and use 3 to get a level 2 back,
Mhm.
Bloody hell.
which I'm then going to use immediately. You said there's 2 ranks?
Probably 2 ranks.
Between
yeah.
me and Eldrass?
Between you and Eldrass, yeah.
I want to use Phantasmal Force to make I think it's 10-foot cube or something, but I want to make a cube of fire on that spot.
Okay.
Because if they all believe it's real, they will move out of the fire,
Mhm.
because they believe it to be.
Okay, roll it. What do
If
they
they
have to
don't, they'll take
save?
psychic damage. Basically, I'm trying to make a tunnel to Eldrass.
Yep. You're actually doing some good shit right now. We're just being like, I got a Gatling
I know,
gun, and she's
right?
like, look at the Gatling gun!
I'm finally useful.
I've got
This
nothing else
is
to
what sorcerers are supposed to do. They do like big area damage.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
15.
15. Okay. Yeah, they believe it. A couple of them in the center begin to sort of writhe and panic as they realize they're being caught on fire, and they will start to clear out. Maybe 1 or 2 stay in the middle, probably burning and thinking
They
they're
take
burning,
psychic
and
damage,
start
yeah.
lying on the floor, and they're taking psychic damage from there. Do you want to roll the damage?
Yes. It's 1d6. 6.
Alright, so 6. Yeah. So these ones in the middle start writhing in pain on the floor, and the other ones like jump out of the way, and you clear a 10-foot wide.
10-foot, yeah.
10-foot wide path between you. But there is a pathway, but the ones that you originally thunderwaved away have now turned to you and are coming towards you, so the path you have cleared is starting to fill up quite quickly.
Can I run in to the
Mhm.
centre before it closes up?
You can, yeah.
Do you think this is a dumb idea?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go for it. You run into the centre, and as you're running towards them, the people forming these last lines with their swords and shields.
So they will form on the outside of the fire,
Yeah.
right? So there's still a little gap.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a
There's
gap,
10
and
foot between.
you
Yeah, okay.
run through, and you can get to Eldrath. You're standing next to him.
Okay, I actually don't quite want to get to Eldrath. I
Mhm.
want to stop just inside the fire. Because
Okay.
it lasts for a minute, and none of those guys are gonna go into the fire.
Okay, yeah, cool. You
Is that-
stop just inside the fire.
Yeah, just inside the fire, but we're like, I want to put my head out briefly and be like, Eldrath. Hello.
All right, yeah.
no
This
real
brings it to
fire.
Tholme.
I told you, sexy plan.
This brings it to Tholme. What's he gonna do?
But guys, it's really a Gatling gun.
My God.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna. No, I had a plan. Message. I'm gonna message.
Fuck me. Yes.
That was my plan.
Yeah, thank you, Nine.
What are they? They're just completely surrounded. They're not back.
Completely
against the town
surrounded.
hall
No,
or anything?
they're in the centre of the plaza, surrounded on all sides.
What?
The way I'm imagining it is that it goes up to Eldrath. It doesn't because it's flat. But
We're doing each of these rounds of 6 seconds, aren't they? We're still doing,
Yeah.
Right. Can I message Eldrath saying, should I continue with the Gatling gun plan?
No.
Or is there something better? Or what were you?
He
what,
can't see the Gatling gun.
What would you rather I do?
you hear in your head, "Save yourself. We are lost."
Oh, fuck! God damn it!
I knew that was gonna happen.
As you get this in your head, you see probably one of the big guys with the two snakes for hands dart forward and pick up someone with one of it and throw him into the air, doing Wilhelm scream.
I was gonna say.
Like proper Wilhelm scream as he goes through the air. That's what you see.
Goes on in fire?
Well, we fucking lost empathy now.
This is second time.
And that brings it to 9. 9, what are you gonna do?
Well, I don't know that this has been
You don't know.
set.
Can I during my turn? Can I tell the others what's been said there?
Yeah. Well, you can tell 9. Ibethane's quite far away from you.
Yeah. I can also message.
You can either tell 9 or tell Ibethane.
Well, I can tell you, if you message me, you're getting one thing back, which is a little late now.
No, yeah, I'm gonna tell 9. Message Eldrath. He thinks it's all lost. We can't give up though.
Well, after that message, I need a bottle opener. I can still get out of this.
Where is our fucking golden bullet?
So you've told this to me, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fail my first mission. As a gauntlet push. God damn it! I'm gonna make fun of you. Fuck. The pragmatic, military trained part of 9 understands this, and she isn't happy with it, but she gets it. So we just
What do you do?
We need to get everything and go.
Fuck! Wait, not yet.
It's not your turn. What is 9 doing?
Right.
I can still save everyone. I've still got one thing up my sleeve.
A wand, is it?
Yeah. A tornado would be good right now.
Oh god.
Now would be a good time
How far is it
to
between
use
for
the
me?
scroll of sending to. No, Xanthir probably couldn't help us right now.
Xanthir could.
Xanthir could be like, okay, sweet,
But you
I'm
don't
on
know
the
him.
other side of the
You
country.
don't know him.
I know.
Does
I'm
anyone
gonna
have
put
a-
them all in the bag of holding.
Does anyone have? I can't use blink again. Does anyone have a?
You're out of spell slots, aren't you?
I have one level 1 spell left.
Alright.
What can I do with a bag of holding?
Put me in it.
See my Misty Step. Does that
If you
also
throw it in the
apply
fire, I could maybe get
if
into
I'm
it. while
holding
with
on
the
to
hide.
somebody?
No, it's just you.
It's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But
As the fire goes out.
Am I
I'll
strong enough
leave
to
my
lift him?
hiding thing.
You probably are. What's your lift weight? Your lift weight. It says so on your sheet.
lift
the
is
strength.
480.
Yes. He doesn't weigh 480 pounds.
So
Who
I'm
doesn't?
strong enough to lift him.
What's your carry?
To 240.
Do you weigh less than 240 pounds?
Wait, have you written down how much? I weigh 230 pounds.
Do you?
Yes.
Then yes, you can carry him.
Fuck.
How far is he away from me?
40 feet.
Can we save it?
Why is it 40?
Am I? Oh,
You're
do you not
30,
move?
and then you're an
Oh.
extra 10.
I mean, that's fucking mean as shit trying to save Eldrass and letting all the normal townsfolk.
No, same
work.
other thing. He's gonna saving
No,
me,
I
dude.
know, but
Your friend.
No, I know, save you, but absolutely. But then can we save Eldrass
Other
as
thing,
well?
remember me? Yeah, saving Eldrass and leaving the rest of them would be sucky, but we did go and save you and leave the rest of them.
Oh fuck.
But let's concentrate on me right now,
This
guys.
is
Come
all
on.
my fault. I'm still not giving up on.
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably also partly my fault.
Alright, so are you doing anything, Nine?
I'm gonna run and jump to everything.
Okay, Ibethane, 9 lands next to you. What do you do?
I tell him we need to go.
But we have to save Eldrass.
He told us to run.
It's good enough for me.
Ibethane, what do you do?
Fucking hell!
Well,
I basically
is-
tell him to grab onto me. And we're gonna
don't
go.
worry, I have plans. Wait,
I think the one of
can I
Weasley is
act?
worth a chat.
Can I act and then 9 grab me and jump out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I want to
We
use the
could.
one. I want to use the one that Weasley.
Alright, which direction do you point? Where do you aim?
I want to aim because I'm sort of in the group sort of thing. I want to aim
Yeah.
to like if I'm looking at Eldrass, I want to
Mhm.
aim left, so I sort of
So
take
it's
a tangent
through.
to the circle, sort of
Okay,
through
so
them.
through a big group of them. Alright, you bring this wand out and point it in that direction.
Oh! Can we say that I do this whilst I'm being held by a baby, like a baby, by 9?
No,
Yeah,
you-
sure.
Am I literally holding you like
You're like holding
fireman's
me,
lift?
like no, not fireman's lift, like you would like cuddle a baby, sort of like one arm under the legs,
Like
one arm
7 foot
behind the back.
tall.
She can carry on, 200
Wait, so it's like a man carrying his bride through a threshold. Is that what
Exactly,
you're
and then
saying?
I go, Wanda Weasley! Come on, you gingerhead prick.
Where exactly, how far away were you aiming? I need you to tell me exactly.
Why?
20 feet.
20 feet.
30 feet.
Okay.
20 feet.
20 feet away.
Into
from
the
you.
crowd.
20 feet into the crowd. Okay, you cast it, and this little ball of yellow light darts out and stops 20 feet away from you, and then massively expands into a stinking cloud of poisonous gas.
How big is it?
The cloud is 20 feet across.
No way! I nailed it! I shout, Eldrass,
and, it
run!
and it's going to linger in the air.
Is it hurting
Give
them?
me 1 second.
Have I saved everyone?
The cloud of gas does not seem to affect any of the snake creatures. They're
Oh my
immune to poison.
Bastards. I gave it
9,
a try.
to jump away.
Try it again.
Can I just
Nice.
I can't
turn.
stand my turn.
hold on? Can I just turn around and give Eldrass like a?
He's
I know.
not looking at you, he's busy dying.
Oh my god!
His bodiless head looks
so
at you.
Bad.
You look towards him and you see him, one on either side of him. He cuts one down, but the other one managed to stab a dagger into his back, and that's
The
the last
first
thing you see of him.
NPC I've liked.
Fuck. She jumps away. 9 jumps.
Jump away. All right. The 3 of you are 30 feet from this crowd. The snakes are. They've pretty much taken out everyone at the last stand by this point, and some of them are starting to turn to you.
Run.
What do you do?
Run.
Yes, I think so.
All right, cool. The 3 of you run.
And chuck everything on the
Can
ground.
you
and
all
start
roll?
running.
Can you all roll athletics checks,
Do
please?
I try and? So some of them are running towards us. Are they just leaving the guys in the middle, or are they?
There's barely any left of the guys in the middle. The guys on the edge have started to turn their attention to you. You're the last few people left alive.
Can I ask
So
a question?
the guys in the middle. So Eldrass and all that are dead.
Yeah, I saw it.
Eldrass is dead.
The last 9 saw of him. He took a dagger to the back and collapsed to the floor.
He's dead.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
How far away from the civilians was the poisonous gas?
You would have aimed 20 feet into the crowd, away from the civilians. that
Okay,
haven't
good.
gone
So I
in.
can feel good about it.
Yeah, you can.
And I
Feel
don't
good
have to
about
lie.
it. Yeah, you don't have to feel bad.
I don't have to lie about my magnificence.
Yeah.
I totally killed all of them with that poison gas. Did you see?
Right.
Right. So the 3 of you run. All do athletics checks.
Yeah, I got 16.
Oh, it's a crit fail for
I
Ibethane.
don't want to talk about it.
Can I still be holding on to him?
I got an 18.
You said you dropped him.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
I
cool.
dropped him.
So, the 2 of you are sprinting off ahead. Ibethane, the way 9 dropped you, you try and scramble to your feet, and you're running away. But one of them managed to grab you by the leg, It does manage to grab you by the leg, and it will do.
I can't believe we got a crit fail.
I have nothing left.
It does 5 damage to you as you get away.
Oh, so I get loose, but I get.
You get
10
loose,
damage.
but it does 5 damage to you.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay, guys. That's okay. I can deal with that.
All right. And yeah, you manage to run away. You kick it off and you start running. So the 3 of you running away down the street. You're starting to be chased by these creatures. Ibethane's lagging behind from you two, but he's just about managed to get away with a couple scrapes. Where are you guys running?
Woods.
The gate towards the forest.
Can I?
Okay, did we lock the gate?
Can I? Jesus.
We were told to, but I don't know if we did.
Can I use my stealth and hiding skills to hide everyone? To advise people of where to hide?
We do have a scroll.
Yeah.
Pass without trace.
Pass without trace.
But what I kind of want to do is get us to hide, get them to leave, and then follow them.
How long does pass without trace last?
Let me check.
Because the whole plan was to follow them.
Because if pass without trace
Yeah,
lasts
exactly.
for a while.
I think it lasts quite a while.
Because it lasts for a while, then we can cast that, let
And
them leave and follow, and just sort of forget about the town.
Because I reckon their only thing was.
They're all dead. They're totally all dead. This is why did we turn up for the worst attack?
Pass without trace is concentration, so you can't cast any other spells, but it lasts an hour.
So can
We could.
realistically, because what we don't want to happen is that we disappear and then they just hang around the town for an hour. And we're just like, so
do
can
that, guys.
I try and advise everyone, find a good place to hide that is suitable for everyone.
Are you inside or outside of the town?
We're still inside. but we're not
Inside of the
around.
town, somewhere that we can see them leave, and then
Like a
once they
building
start to
or something.
leave, we follow them. Is that a
Okay.
good idea?
So could we get advantage on the stealth rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3 of you can all get advantage on a stealth roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Not you, Tholme. The other two. Tholme gets a stealth roll. The other 2 get advantage.
That's a
It's alright.
6.
That gives me a 12.
Oh, fuck.
I got an 8.
I got a 10.
A 12, an 8, and a 10.
Jesus Christ, guys.
You got
Yeah.
a 12.
He rolled a 3. So yeah, the 3 of you.
It's fine, we can just
Tholme
try it again.
tells you guys, we need to run down here. You dart down a side alley and you start to go towards somewhere where probably you guys don't really know this area of the town. Tholme went round outside. 9, you probably recognise you're going towards where you did the dissection. You're running down that street and you come to a dead end. You've been led the wrong way, and at the end of the road are just around the corner are coming a bunch of snakes.
And they
Essentially, they're all in
see us.
snake form. They're coming
I'm
over
so
themselves to
sorry,
get to you.
guys.
Right, I would just say we'll go to the roofs. I grab everything and jump up onto the roof.
So
How high up
realistically,
is the roof?
About 20 feet up.
we've got a backup plan. Regardless of how badly we fuck up, we can just get this scroll out and then pass without trace. So we might as well try other stuff first and try and preserve that.
Okay, I'm.
Because I said we could try and make it to the forest, and then keep an eye out on the place. Hide in the forest, and then keep an eye out and track them or something.
Yeah.
Right, so
Or
9.
just send Gary up to try and find them.
9, I'm going to need you to do a
Gary's
strength
kids.
check to
Yep.
carry everything.
Yeah, but strength, you just need to
No,
summon
no,
them
but it
again.
takes an hour.
Takes an hour for him to summon up.
Really?
Back.
Yep.
Yep.
Freaking hell.
So
Gary.
it's a
Oh,
full-on
oh.
ritual. Has to draw out circles and everything.
That is a 12.
12. Yeah, everything doesn't weigh that much, and he's within your carry.
Wait, can I
weight.
do an athletics check to assist with this?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
19.
Yeah. All right. So you go to carry Ibethane up, but Ibethane is just like, no, it's fine, and climbs his way up himself, and you can jump all the way up to the
I
top. yourself.
finally do something good. I need to
And
live.
Tholme, do you want to do an athletics to get up to the, or an acrobatics to
I've
get
been
up to the
through
top?
so much tonight.
Oh my fucking god, that's a. Wait a minute. Let's add some shit to that too. It's an 8.
Yeah, so Tholme, you're halfway up climbing and you're not getting up there very well. You go to take a step and the brick you're going through is trying to take this step onto is loose. You kick out and you're holding on to the edge of this building by one hand at this point.
Can we grab them and pull them up?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Strength check to pull him up.
That'll be a 16.
Yeah, you've got him. Yeah, you grab his hand and pull him up to this roof. Where are you going from here? You're just at the level of the wall if you want to jump over it, or alternatively, there's the whole rooftop for you to run across.
I think because are we better flee into the forest?
You can kind of go anywhere in the town, but the town is being overrun by snakes. The wall is probably a 10-foot, another 10 foot higher right next to where you are. You can climb up it without too much difficulty. And from there, you're free outside of the town almost, with a drop on the other side.
What side of the town are we on?
You're on the eastern side of town.
Are the snakes looking like that came in the alley? Are they looking to give up, or are they coming after
No, they're
us?
coming after you.
I think we should go into forest. We know that was where Tholme was walking. It's likely that they are. If we hide in town, we may lose them. Can we fucking move now, please? Because I have died so many times today.
Hi everybody. Hope you've been enjoying the episode so far. And if you are, we'd love to hear from you. We've got various types of social media for you to get in contact with us. You can like us on our Facebook page. Got a Twitter page as well, at letstryroleplay. And finally, we've got an email account, letstryroleplay@gmail.com. But please, no nudes. Release schedule so far, we're releasing once per week, and we're hoping to up that for 2 per week in either near or very, very distant future, depending on how things go. We would really, really appreciate if you could tell as many people as you can about us. So that's friends, family, people you see in the street. You are our sole source of getting ourselves out there, and we'd really, really appreciate any help you can give us. Now, hopefully enjoy the rest of the episode, and speak to you some other time. Bye-bye.
So they're taking people. Are they trying to just get them away from the town, or are they taking them?
You don't know this, and you have a couple seconds to decide what you're doing.
Over
let's
the
go into
wall.
Over the
forest.
walls.
Cool.
Jesus, I could have just done this like 2 hours ago.
Alright, so the three of you go,
Spots
you
and
climb
falls.
up onto the wall. 9 can probably give both of you a boost, so you get up there no problem at all.
Sweet.
And then jump up there herself. It's fairly easy from a standing jump, pull herself up. Dropping down on the other side, 9 doesn't take any damage.
Powerful.
Are the two of you jumping down?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Oh wait, how high is the wall?
Probably about 30 feet high.
I want to hang by my hands, so I've taken like almost 7 foot out of the equation
Alright,
and
yeah.
then drop.
Okay, we'll do Ivathane's damage first from falling. You take 10 damage from falling.
Okay.
You land on the ground hard on your side and it knocks the wind out of you. Tholme, are you doing anything in particular or are you just jumping down?
I'm using my.
fucking nice.
Can I acrobatics
Yeah,
to like
go for it.
parkour roll out of it?
Yeah, go for it. Roll acrobatics.
Right, please.
Damn it.
Let's go for like more than like a 2.
It's a 1. I'm going to quickly... Can I borrow an extra d6?
Yeah.
Oh, no!
You take
Oh my god.
19 points of damage as you fall. You have a bad landing, I'm telling you that now.
Connor.
You're on 15.
Call me.
Yeah, so Ibathane, you fall, you're okay, you're not too badly damaged, you're just winded. Tholme falls down next to you and you think he's twisted his ankle.
Oh fuck.
He has a bad landing.
Wait, how much can you carry?
I can I'm not carrying both of you.
No, but how much
She
can
can
you
carry 240.
240.
How much does Tholme weigh?
Wait, what's your lift weight?
150. I'm just thinking if I'm next to him, I'll try and carry him.
Do I have any weight? I weigh nothing.
He weighs not very much. You would theoretically be able to carry him, yeah.
I weigh
Okay.
He's
a
small.
numerical value.
So
of
I
very
want to
much.
pick him up and continue running.
So I'm
I'm
gonna
a big Dragon Ball man. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
you're-
particularly strong Dragon Ball man, but I'm big.
So I'm going to say probably what you do is you grab one of his arms, put it over him so you can take the weight off his bad foot, and you're moving not quite as fast as you would be, but you manage to get...
Okay.
It's about a mile to the forest, by the way, so I'm going to need all of you to make probably constitution checks.
Okay.
Ooh, see, that's a good roll.
7.
That's gonna be a 19.
7 as well.
Okay, so Tholme, because you're being carried, it doesn't take too much out of you, but 9 and Ibathane, both of you take a point of exhaustion.
How do I write that down? Because I've never taken this.
Put 1 mark in there.
Whoa!
And 1 mark
there's
in
a
there.
whole bit of
Oh,
this character
yes.
sheet I've never seen. Look at all these conditions.
What does exhaustion mean?
Depending on how much you have, different things. I'll do a quick read of what different levels of exhaustion give you.
Okay.
You say give you like a bonus, but
Is it kind of like all
so-
disadvantage and stuff?
You can have up to 6 levels of exhaustion,
Yeah.
and you gain them by different things. You currently have 1 level of exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on all ability checks until you get rid of that. To get rid of that will take a long rest.
ask you what one of those.
If you get another one, speed is halved. Another one, disadvantage on attack and saving throws. Another one, hit point maximum is halved. If you get 5, your speed is reduced to 0, and if you get 6, you die. The three of you manage, over the course of probably about 5 to 10 minutes, you make it to the forest. Tholme, you're being carried, but probably at this point, because you're so tired, both Nine and Ibathane. That's why you took the exhaustion. But yeah, you've made it to the forest. If you turn around, they don't seem to be following you. There's no one behind you.
We've reached the forest.
You've reached the forest.
Can we hide again?
Yep. All roll stealth checks.
With disadvantage, right?
Yep, with disadvantage.
Stealth's a 20.
You're gonna need to roll again.
Are you serious?
You're gonna need to roll again.
What? That's not. It's not being cocked. Look, if you move that.
No,
It
no, she has to
wasn't
roll again.
No,
She's
it's
got
'cause I've got
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh,
She's a
fuck,
disadvantage.
I didn't think it worked for critical.
A 20 and a 2.
I got a 17 and a 3. And I have.
What did you get, Tholme?
Oh, do I roll with disadvantage?
No,
I
you just
don't.
have normal.
I got 19.
Alright, so yeah, Tholme immediately notices, yeah, we can hide over there. And he goes to move, he hobbles over, he's not too bad. Maybe he hasn't quite pulled his ankle, he might just need to walk it off. And
What? What do you mean? Walk it off?
there was no chance he could run, but he might just have to rest for a bit. And he goes over to hide, but the other two of you, you're breathing too hard. Nine, you're moving about in your armour. You don't seem to be able to... You're so tired at this point. If you ever run for long enough, like your vision isn't quite right. You're a bit disorientated, and you can't. No matter where Tholme tries to hide you, you're breathing too hard, and you just can't. Anyone will be able to see you, basically, because you're old shit.
Can I use prestidigitation to make my skin look like bark and put myself up against a tree?
You can try.
I know it's like
Arcana check.
really small illusions of prestidigitation.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't know. You'd be able to like change the color of your skin. You wouldn't be able to make it look like bark because that's
Okay.
a proper full illusion.
But I'm quite scaly.
You are, yeah.
So could I make my skin brown?
You could, yes.
Okay, can I try that?
Yeah, go for it. Roll Arcana with disadvantage.
19.
Roll again.
But this is
Come on, 20.
It's-
Come on, 20.
Well, that was a 19 plus. Okay, whatever. I have to roll it again anyway.
All right,
It's a
and that's a 20. So you
20.
stick with
So
the
it's
19.
disadvantage. It's 19 plus 4, 23.
23, yeah. So you, realizing that you're not being very stealthy here, you kind of go and sit up against a tree. You're still in this bush, and you run your hand over your skin. You turn your bright blue shiny skin a kind of a dullish brown. You still look like you, but you haven't changed too much.
But am I kind of well hidden now?
You are a lot better hidden. Like, you're not on Tholme levels, but you are a lot better hidden.
So I have a good chance they won't see me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
9, you're still...
What about the demon woman?
Freaking useless.
You're kind of just sitting in a bush in your bright shining armor, probably red cape over your shoulder with
Purple in the
purple
background.
skin. Like, you're a very obvious person right now. You actually have disadvantage on stealth checks anyway because you're in heavy armor.
Wow.
But so technically you have double disadvantage, but that's not a thing really. Occasionally I let it be a thing,
Fucking
but
useless right now. Can I jump up into a tree and rise?
Ooh.
yeah, roll athletics with disadvantage.
14, which would be 20 with my plus. Yep.
So you get 20. Yeah, with your jump ring and to help you, you manage to jump from branch to branch. You're grabbing on, pulling yourself up. You're breathing. You're not quite as tired as you were.
Yeah.
And you manage to climb up to the top. You're not. Once again, you're not perfectly hidden. Your stealth check was shit.
I'm still
But
not the
you're
tree.
less likely to be seen. There's there are leaves covering you, and you're high up, so it's less likely that people are going to check up there.
Cool.
Right, so what are the three of you doing now?
Waiting.
What for?
People to pass and taking a
Star
short
Wars 8.
a short / long rest.
Okay, so
Maybe not 8 hours in the tree.
short rest to be an hour, long rest to be in 8 hours.
We could do like alternate, so one of us keeps the focus while the other one does a short rest.
With a short rest, you can keep an eye out as well.
Right, let's go for a short rest and see what happens.
All right, cool. So you wait. You can roll any hit dice you want to do.
I'm gonna see if what reach. So what
All on a hit
are
dice.
spell slots? Is that on the long rest?
That's a long rest, yeah.
Still, just double
1,
checking.
2, 5.
So we can roll as many as we want.
15. I got 15,
Yeah, as many as you want.
15 points of health. Not in general, like you have to max out. I've used all my hit dice and I got 15 points of health back, so I'm back at 19.
So I've used 1, and that's gonna bring me.
I'm at 37. But we don't get rid of that point of exhaustion.
Nope, that's a long rest. And you have to have food
Short
and drinks
rest. Do I
during
get
that
any
long rest.
sorcery points back?
No.
That's all long
Ooh,
rest.
I will check. You might. I
don't
don't
know.
think you do.
I get all of them back at a long rest.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
all
you
of
do.
my spell slots on a long rest, right?
Yes.
Oh, so a long rest we gain all our hit dice back as well.
Yeah, you have to half your hit dice on a long rest. Yeah, you don't gain back your sorcery points.
But we haven't taken one of them yet. In this time, do any of the snakes pass by us?
Highs or lows?
Lows.
I wish you had that.
Yeah, not very close by. I'm gonna say probably the person who'd be most likely to see them would probably be 9. She's high up in a tree, and you would see, not quite where you are, but slightly to the north. You see some snakes carrying a big. You see some humanoid people, so the ones that can turn back into a very human-like shape.
Yeah.
You see a group of maybe about 6 or 7 of them carrying a cart which is covered, is clearly taken from somewhere. They're leading this cart into the forest.
Oh, I hope that's not bodies.
We should probably use our scroll. And
I would
follow.
like to relay this information below. Be like, you guys, like shake the tree a wee bit so they can.
You can probably.
try and get their
You should
attention.
use message, then we can do it silently.
Yeah. So do I see this?
No.
No, but
Can
if you like alert Tholme.
Can I like drop something on his head?
Yep.
It's like,
Highs or lows? What do you drop? That's the question.
yeah,
Coconut.
true. Can I break like a branch off and just kind of like drop it on them? A
You-
small
no,
branch.
You're gonna alert them though. This is the
Javelin.
thing. Fuck.
Wait, so I thought that they're not close to us, so they can't.
It's not that close to you. Maybe a couple 100 meters to the north.
Can I roll
Yeah,
perception?
that's ages away.
There's kind of no reason for you to be rolling perception.
No, but
I'm
so,
looking out though.
so ages away.
And none of us have rolled perception for this.
True. Well,
you just
that's
whispered
you
that-
have a
Oh,
passive.
We're all looking out for stuff.
Are you all properly looking out for stuff? All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll perception then.
But then you might as well.
Oh yeah, because it was our you're right. It was our intention to
Like a big stonking 4.
14.
And 9. Do you want to quickly roll it as well, just to check?
Oh yes,
This because you unsee what you've
9.
already seen.
Huh? Well, it's actually 10.
All right. Yeah. So
I got 14.
because you're high up, you definitely see it, and Ibethane, you can't see quite as well, but from
But
where
I
you're,
see movement.
from where you're sitting, you would probably see between the trees. You would see this cart moving slowly along.
Okay. How close is Tholme to me?
Probably not that far. I'm assuming you're all around roughly the same tree.
But they're quite
Yeah.
far.
They are probably a couple hundred meters.
So I was like,
Message. Okay, no, I cast message.
To who?
To everything and
Right.
say.
What do you say to Ibethane?
Why do you want me to cast message?
I can see shit in trees moving. I see cart. Maybe 9 see better
And
from
the-
tree. Oh shit. Maybe 9. Did that get it to
Maybe
that?
9. Yeah.
9's in the cart.
No. God damn, Tholme's an idiot.
I'm beset on all sides by idiots.
I look up. Can I see 9?
Yeah, you'd be able to see 9.
Okay, I can look back at you like, what you need me.
Point up like.
But yeah, so if I've worked out that there's people over there moving, which is kind of what we were looking for, then I'm gonna use my scroll of Pass Without Trace.
All right, cool.
Does
So
that cover our voices as well?
it basically gives you a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks.
Oh, okay, cool.
Whoa.
Okay, cool.
If
I
you're
need that.
within 30 feet of Tholme. And
You see, it
friendly
doesn't
movement.
really work because I already got a plus 9 to the last stealth
It means
check
you
that
have
we
a
did.
plus 19.
Yeah, I know, but for
And
these guys,
that means the lowest you can roll is a 20.
I can roll. The lowest I can roll is a 10.
that's all very well for me, but
The lowest I can roll is a 10.
Is an 11.
No,
Well,
but
the I
12.
can still do a 1.
No, because if we roll a crit,
No, because if I crit 1,
though.
yeah.
Crit
So
one,
unless
yeah.
we can roll 12.
Yeah, 12, yeah.
right. Well, so we'll do this and then we'll follow the guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So.
So I just sort of once you cast it, I'm just like we should fall quietly.
Okay, so I'll get the scroll out of my bag and I
So
will.
now you climb all the way back down to the bottom of the
I would
tree,
like to
and
jump down here.
you kind of stand close to Tholme as he reads the spell, opens this scroll, places his hand in the middle, and casts the spell by putting a slight jolt of magical energy through the parchment. And the 3 of you get kind of covered in this dark, almost aura around you that then fades, and all of you go slightly see-through.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty cool. Right, and then we're gonna follow them.
Yeah. Do we have to do stealth
Stealth
rolls?
rolls.
Stealth rolls, yeah.
With disadvantage for us too. For me and 9.
Yep. But with a plus a 10.
So that would have been 21, 20.
It's gonna be
Not that
20.
one.
30.
30. Sick.
Oh, man.
Tholme's fucking gone.
I got a 16.
Alright, yeah, so that's good enough that all of you... Let me check one thing.
I got a 24 for my first, 25 for my first one, but then I got a 16. Disadvantage, man. Sucks dick.
What? Who rolled your lowest?
Can't wait to get bend luck.
Jesus.
What did you get?
I got lowest 16.
Alright, yeah, you move up and you start to follow this cart that's slowly going through the forest, and it goes slightly more and more northward, and curves up around. You're able to follow it for quite a while. You follow it for maybe 40 minutes, and you eventually reach these sort of small foothills, and as you do so, the cart stops. They don't think they're going to be able to take it much further, and they pull back the cover of the cart. Inside is various things. There are some crates, all with the E on them. They've clearly taken something from Eldrass, and there are other bundles you're not quite sure what of.
I'm sorry, I just looked at Robin.
She's looking...
pulling the same face I was.
yeah.
I was like,
I was so expecting bodies to be said.
so they're boxes.
The crates of weapons that Eldrass has, they're taking them. And another thing, they have bundles of cloth, which some of them pick up and carry with them between two of them attached to sticks.
What happened? I've just thought of this. Because when I thought of bodies, I immediately thought of the cleric guy. Is he dead too?
You haven't seen him.
What about the mayor?
He wasn't fighting, was he?
He definitely wasn't
He
fighting.
wasn't fighting, so we haven't seen
What
him.
about Miller?
I hope Miller's dead, yeah.
You haven't,
Look, guys, silver linings.
you haven't seen him
Maybe
in
Miller's
either of them.
dead.
What was the? I wrote down his name.
So these humanoid figures, all with snake-like features, carry some carrying big boxes over their heads, some carrying these cloth bundles full of you're not quite sure what on sticks between them.
How
And
big
start-
are the cloth bundles? Yomiko.
Probably the size of this table in front of us. They're quite big, they're full of something. You're not sure what.
So 1 meter by
1 meter by a meter and a half. Probably 1 meter by 2 meters. Cloth bundles wrapped up in various linens, some clothes.
1 meter by 2 meters.
Yes,
So it could be bodies.
could be bodies.
But you'd see blood, would you not?
Is there blood?
No, none that you can see.
Unless it's they're dead. No, they still bleed. Ignore it.
Okay, yeah. So where are they? Are they near like a structure?
They're
or-
They're carrying these up into the hills. It's starting to get kind of rocky.
Oh, so they can't take it
they've stopped taking the cart and they're carrying these one by one up the hills. A big group of them leave, and probably 2 of them stay by the cart waiting there.
Please, we don't have to fight them. We could just go around them.
But we need to follow them and see where
Yeah.
they're going.
But we should not kill the last 2. We should follow other ones by getting around other 2.
So I say you haven't been going for 40 minutes. Probably been going for 20 minutes at this point.
Okay.
Because our spell only lasts.
An hour.
Basically, what I'm saying is I don't think we should attack the 2 that are left. I think we should try and avoid them and go
Yeah.
after the ones moving.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys go round them?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are leaving it a couple of seconds to let these guys get a bit of a lead. You go round and you follow up the path they were taking. You're able to catch up fairly quickly. They're not moving that quickly because these things that they're carrying are clearly very heavy.
Yeah.
And you follow them deeper into the
Particularly the
mountains, probably particularly the weapons. Follow them into the mountain, well, not quite mountains, towards the mountains nearby, into the foothills for probably about another 20 minutes until you come to this large plateau. And on this plateau there are still trees, but you can clearly see there's some sort of clearing on the other side. And you walk through and you probably get to the edge of the clearing and you see in front of you this sort of open space. There are various kind of rotting wooden buildings which form somewhat of a road towards this cave mouth. The people you're following, I'm going to say you probably don't go into the big open area.
No.
Staying in the trees, the people you're following go into the cave mouth and you don't see them come out at all. Like
So they're
they
going
go
to
in and disappear into the darkness.
Cave mouth is a good place to start. It's good, yeah. It's like maybe a base.
Yeah, but how long have we got left of this spell?
20 minutes.
We've got 20 minutes left. Okay.
Worth a nosy?
I think worth a
At
nosy.
least worth a little nosy, I think.
Little nosy. Like peek.
Like a.
Like an Eskimo kiss. Do you know
Do
what
you
an Eskimo
guys-
kiss is?
No, like.
It's where you rub your noses
Yeah,
together.
yeah, I know
Look,
that.
nose-related puns. Come on.
So, do you guys go straight in?
No.
Are there any guards?
Yeah,
None
what,
that you
what
can
can we
see.
see? Who's got night vision? Can we see into the cave?
I can
It's
see dark. I've got
what
dark
you guys
vision.
can see.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good point.
Nine's
Folly
got
doesn't
dark
have dark vision at this point. It is very dark, but Nine and Ibathane, both of you have dark vision. You'll be able to see.
Don't put Ibathane in that box.
Do
I
you
don't
not have dark vision?
No, I'm
Jesus Christ, I
useless.
thought you did. So Nine, what you're able to see as you peer out into the darkness, you see a line of houses, line of huts, all made of wood. Some
In the cave.
no, outside the cave.
All right.
Creating this sort of almost street towards the cave mouth. Some of the houses they're clearly fairly old. They've taken some damage. They are collapsing in. Some of the roofs are collapsing in. Some of the wood looks kind of rotten.
Yeah.
And past that, you see a cave mouth, probably about 20 foot high and 15 feet across. And inside of that, nothing, because it's slightly too far away and it's pitch black inside.
Right. I will relay this information specifically to everything, being like there's wooden houses lining the sides of this cave, forming a street.
I'm too tired for erections.
And then there's a cave mouth at the sides that I can't see further in.
I relate this to Tholme.
Yeah, why did you tell me?
No, I was specifically saying about the wood to him being like,
Yeah.
there's wooden
right, I
houses.
see.
Hey.
These are all fairly small, by the way. They're maybe 20 by 20 squares.
Yeah.
They're small.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can't see any...
Any further into the cave mouth?
You can't see
No.
any enemies or anything, no?
No.
Can we sneak up closer to the cave mouth?
And so yeah, you
Come
have
on,
another
so
5 minutes of your spell or so. Yeah, you can sneak up closer to the cave mouth.
Good.
Guys,
So,
I'm not
should
going
we-
to lie, I'm running low on pretty much everything. My magic is very low.
I think we should
Do you think
have
we
a
could
look.
camp
have a
look
nearby
in.
secretly? With no campfire, do you think we could sleep for like 8 hours nearby? Daytime comes, we go in the cave. Daytime
Can we-
comes,
can
we
me
have
and Knight
some
go up?
fun.
If we sneak up,
Mm-hmm.
she can get advantage from us sneaking up and finding a good place to hide, and then she can have a look in and see what we can see.
Because they
And
said
then
that
I'd say, yeah, long rest.
because they said they only
Okay.
attack at night, so won't we assume that they're nocturnal? So that if we go in during the day, might be less likely to get attacked.
They're not
Ooh, I
nocturnal
like
though,
it.
because you got attacked during the day, didn't you?
Very
They-
early
He got
in
attacked in the
morning.
evening.
No, it was very early in the morning.
Oh, it was very early in the morning.
Very early in the morning.
So kind of
I
maybe still
believe.
dark.
Because I went to the inn in the
Slept
night.
for a while.
Slept for a while, and then I got woken up early. I think it was like 5 a.m. or
Yeah,
something.
5 a.m. just
So
after the crack of dawn.
Possibly. So,
So they are. They do
Don't
usually
email him.
go.
Hey, I'm about to edit this episode, so I'll change it. It's now 5 a.m. in
it's just like,
canon.
what time is it? 5 a.m.
So the clock rings 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Right, me and Nine are gonna sneak up to the cave mouth and have a look in without going into the cave.
Okay. I'm gonna because
I'm
you're
gonna need to use your dark
because you
vision.
have another few seconds of another few minutes of your
Call me,
spell.
call
You're
me.
still using the same
That means yeah, we'll leave him.
check.
Yeah. I wanted to let you know you're right to leave me behind.
Yeah.
You sure? Because you have still got your advantage with stealth.
But I also have disadvantage, and I'm really shit.
But
No,
then,
it's
You
probably-
don't need to roll again. You can continue using what you already have.
But-
The spell
Yeah,
is
but
still
it was
active.
shit.
but then when we
Oh,
move
no, I
out
got
of the,
that. No,
will we
it's
not move further away enough from him that it won't be covering him?
Yes.
Everything.
You would.
I probably could.
Can you just move to within range still? Just follow us, but just keep within range of the spell.
If he's
that-
doing that, he's stealthing with you.
Can we
It's
not
only
just
got 30
go?
feet, and the cave mouth is 60 feet away.
Can we just all go? Why are we?
Realistically, you
leaving
may as well.
Then just
No, but
come
how
with
close
us.
is the nearest building to the cave
The
mouth?
nearest building to the cave mouth is about probably 10 feet outside.
Right, okay, so if they go to the cave mouth, I'll go to and hide behind one of the walls of the rotting buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So try and get a bit more cover there. So I'm not quite at you guys, because
Yeah.
Then if shit does go down, I'm not in the squishy zone.
Yeah. Okay, right, we do that.
Okay, so the three of you stealth up. You don't think anyone's around. You're still slightly translucent, and in the darkness, you might not be able to be seen. And you go to the first building, go around the back of it, and you stealth essentially doing like rolls in between. You get to the last one.
Definitely rolls.
And there's a door right next to you, which I'm assuming Ibethane goes in through. It's hanging half open.
Can I still see the guys?
Yeah, you'll be able to. If you go in, you'll be able to go to probably a window and poke your head over the top.
Yeah, I just want to make sure shit goes
and
down
the other
no
two
high.
of you go towards the cave mouth. Ibethane, when you get inside, what are you doing?
Sort of. I mean, I look around and make sure there's nothing in there that's going to hurt me, but then
Okay.
I'm going to just sort of pay attention to the two.
Right. Do you want to quickly roll perception
Yeah.
with disadvantage?
You're a dick.
Hey.
Okay, same. Wait. My perception is 0, so 14.
Right. Cool. So you go inside and you have a quick glance around, and you don't. There's clearly no danger, and there are a couple chests and cupboards lying closed. This clearly used to be some sort of dormitory. Someone used to live here. You actually think probably multiple people used to live here. You're not sure why, and you go over to the window, which has broken glass in it, and it's shards of glass around the bottom on the inside of the door. And you look out, and you can see as Tholme and Nine go up to the cave mouth. They probably go to the edge and sneak along the line of the wall.
Wait, can he still see us?
Yeah, he can.
Yes.
But he's not part of the spell.
He is part of the spell.
I'm within 10 feet of you.
Oh, right, cool.
You're only
Because the
10 feet
closest
away.
building's 10 feet.
And
Cool.
can the two of you make perception checks, please?
Ooh, unnatural 20.
6.
You said that's so disgusting.
Alright, so yeah, the two of you sneak up and you go along, and Nine's probably in front at this point, which is why she can see more. And she pokes her head round, and inside you see it's very dark and takes your eyes a moment to adjust.
Yeah.
And you see sort of a wide open, fairly low ceiling that doesn't get any higher than what is than the 20 feet high that I said it was. Wide open room. There are various broken crates that have all been smashed open, or some have the lids taken off, strewn around in the corners. And you look kind of ahead and over to the side, and there are two exits from this room. There's one which is just an open hole that appears to go deeper into the mountain. There's one off to the right, which is covered by a metal door at this point. It appears to be closed, and that's everything you see in the room. The walls are lined by burned out torches.
I don't see any people.
Nobody.
Is this... So basically, is it just to take that this is like a storage that they're just kind of dumping their supplies and stuff in here?
I'm not really sure. From what you can see, you rolled quite well on your perception. So from what you can see, all these crates are very old. Like, they're smashed to pieces. They've clearly been broken up by someone.
So maybe they're
or
using
something.
something they found.
Perhaps, yeah.
Can I
Like
can
an old
I
barn.
do a survival check to see if I can find like tracks?
Yeah, go for it.
That's good.
You're pretty good at survival.
It's gonna be 21.
Yeah, so with the 21, you haven't properly looked into the building, but you're looking around the outside, and you can see various footprints going in and out, and you can see various
slither prints.
you see various slither prints as well going in and out. There are lots of these, not as many as attacked. So there are lots going in and out, but it's not as like probably hundreds up to 1,000 snakes that attacked. No, but by no means that many people.
That's
going
kind of
in
good,
and out.
because I was just thinking that the flaw in our plan here is, because wasn't the original plan follow them, kill them where they live so they can't keep attacking
That's
everybody?
the three of us.
But if there's like, 3 of us versus the thousands that attack, then we're a bit fucked. But so, what, they might have multiple bases?
Yeah,
Perhaps, yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Or they're linked. So that door that's in the storage bit links
Network
towards
of
another
caves.
base. I would like to relay the information from me that it looks loads of empty crates. There's 2 doors. One that's got a metal door in front of it. The other one that looks like it leads deeper into this cave.
So you hear
But-
Nine's description of this area.
But there's no people around it yet.
Yeah, you can see
Oh,
nobody.
because Tholme can't see him.
Yeah,
Because of dark vision, right?
Shall we retreat?
and it's pitch black in this room. Nothing.
Can
They're
they
burned out.
see in the dark? Do we know?
You have no idea.
Can they see in the dark?
One would assume so. They seemed to be. It's pitch black now, and they seem to be able to go along fine.
So where are they now? We are
You
following.
can't see anyone.
We are following a load of them. They walked into the cave.
Mm-hmm. And
we
they
didn't.
disappeared
We didn't
inside.
see whether they went.
They went into the cave mouth, but from there you don't know where they've gone.
How many went into the cave mouth?
Probably about 10 of the humanoid ones.
I don't really want to go in the dark.
Yeah, like, well, I'm not there.
True.
No, there's no point because we're too weak really to fight.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm okay.
Definitely too weak to fight.
So, I say
So are you guys
I
gonna go and camp somewhere nearby?
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
So I say somewhere nearby. I mean somewhere that's like.
so
At
like
least
definitely
an
not the
hour
way
away.
that we've come from, because
Mhm.
that seems to be the through traffic.
Yeah.
So like, maybe the left hand side, like
Is there
round the
any way
back
that
of the cave
we
entrance?
can travel a fair distance but still see the cave entrance? Like, is there like a hill near, or could we
Not
try
really.
maybe in a tree? That's not really a bad idea. Where are fucking horses?
We left them.
Hopefully, just like not dead.
Hopefully they like horses.
I think about Boris tonight.
So where are you guys going to camp if you are camping?
I'd say like, as long as we know how to get our way back, we should play it safe and get at least like an hour and a half.
No, we need 8 hours.
No, I
No,
mean
not
away
away.
from
Hour and a
there,
half.
Oh, okay, I see
so
what
that
you
we're
mean.
not likely to run
I don't
into
think
any
we
of
need to
them.
be that far away. I only think we need to be like,
I think half an hour away.
yeah, like
How
10
far
minutes.
can we
I
cover
only,
in half an hour?
How far can you?
I
You
know
can do
that
30 feet in 6
in
seconds.
an hour I usually walk 3 miles.
So you can get a mile away.
I think.
In your current state, you
if
can get
I'm
a mile away.
walking.
Well, average walking speed, if I remember correctly, is 3 miles per hour. So in half an hour, you will be able to get an hour away for you guys because you two are very tired.
so in half
and
an
you
hour,
have
a mile
a
away.
slightly hurt
Okay.
ankle. Oh, shit. It's fine. Nothing important in there anyway.
I honestly think we should try and camp somewhere. Have watch, and try and get somewhere where we can still kind of see the cave mouth, or at least the path.
We're
that's
using a
going
watch.
near.
We still got the 8 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I honestly think just like some ditch somewhere where we can see at least the path that's going towards the cave, or the cave mouth itself.
I just
I'm
think
gonna
it
need a
might be-
decision.
I think we'll be too close. I think we need to.
Yeah,
I think we need to go further away.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a decision. Further away or closer?
I'm further away. I'm always
I
further
say
away.
half an hour away.
Half an hour away. Okay. So the three of you,
Democracy sucks.
the three of
Opposite
you,
intelligence.
make your way. You go probably to the
Wait,
left.
I'm sorry. Did you say the words democracy is intelligent in a world where we have Trump?
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, the three of you make your way about half an hour. So you probably cover about a mile in that time away, and you, as you're going, it starts to get quite cold.
Okay.
It is. I'm sure I've said this before. I don't know if I have. I might have said the wrong thing, but I'm deciding now that it's autumn.
You have said that.
I have said it's autumn. Good. And it's coming closer to winter, and you are.
You mean winter's coming?
Winter is coming. Yeah.
Yes.
Dickhead. I've said that a lot today. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but yeah. And yeah, you make camp. The three of you. How exactly are the three of you making camp? Where are you sleeping?
Somewhere hidden, not in the
Okay,
open,
yeah,
like
you'll be able
in
to
a
find
ditch
somewhere
or
hidden,
in
yeah.
a bush, or
Yeah. Roll survival quickly for me. You're the best at it.
Oh,
Yeah, by far. You rolled a
25.
19. You got 25. Yeah, you're able to find somewhere very well hidden. It won't protect you. No one will be able to see you, and you're kinda like if it rained, you wouldn't get wet, but you're still quite cold.
Okay, cool.
How are the three of you sleeping?
Just draw watches,
Yeah.
just in case.
Who's got first watch, second, and third?
Well, let's think. You've got night vision. So when's it gonna be darkest? Probably now.
Probably not. What time is it? Ish.
Probably by this point you went another half hour. It's probably 11 o'clock.
At night.
Ooh, probably about midnight actually now.
I'd say.
So I should take first watch.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Just when it's darkest.
No, definitely.
And then
because
they're
we-
least likely to be attacking in the morning.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter between the two of us. I'll go second, you go third.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I am okay.
So the two of you in first watch, where are you sleeping?
No, I'm in first watch.
No, as in the
Oh,
two of
sorry,
you
sorry.
asleep during
Yes.
first watch. Where are
Okay.
you sleeping?
They're spooning.
Well, depends. Have we decided where we're Is it in a ditch? Is it in a bush? Or is it?
I'm gonna say you've probably found somewhat of up against a big boulder, a couple bushes and trees create sort of a sheltered area. So there's probably 2 trees, and the area is very bushy. And you've climbed in underneath them. Whoever's on watch is kind of sitting in between the 2 trees that are very close together, and the 2 sleeping are behind them in the bush up against this boulder.
Cool.
What is your sleeping arrangement?
Right. Well, we don't have any. I don't have. Because I assume all of our camping equipment is on our horses.
It is.
So, I want to get. Basically, I want to sort of lie kind of nestled in some of the bushes.
Okay.
Try and get some of the sort of warmth and like protection from wind.
those leaves.
Well,
Okay.
protection from wind.
And Tholme, what are you doing?
Spoon.
Yeah, I mean that's the obvious answer, but
I am very big, and I have firepower.
what? I hate the look Henry's giving me right now.
I was gonna say, you should just
But the look
spoon.
Ibathane is giving you says come hither.
But you love it.
Unless I use frostbite. I'm really getting into this.
Yeah, I'm probably.
You know you what?
Probably giving some warmth to everything.
Alright, cool. So your first watch goes by 9 uneventfully. You turn around and you nudge Tholme, waking him up. He gets up, switches place with you. Where are you going to sleep?
Probably just where he was sleeping. To be honest, it seems
Alright,
like
cool.
a logical solution.
So yeah, you.
While still asleep, I just sort of lift my arm is lifted off Tholme, and I just sort of put it around.
Oh no,
whatever
no, no,
it is.
you're small spoon.
I'm small. Aww.
Yeah, so
That's
you
so
nuzzle
lovely.
in behind Ibathane
And
and
then
you
curl my tail around him as well.
curl your tail around him. Your watch goes by once again uneventfully, Tholme. You turn
Maybe
around.
as because I'll probably stir a little bit as this watch changes over. I'll just be like, as 9 gets down, I'm like, thank you for saving life, my life. Thank you.
What?
To
He
love
said,
you.
Ibathane thanks you for saving his life.
Thank
And if
you
you
for
tell
saving
anyone I
mine.
said this, I will.
And thank you for
Bone
saving
marrow.
mine. We've got some like weird life-saving triangle going on.
Okay, so your watch ends, Tholme, and you need to wake up Ibathane. You nudge him, switch places, and where are you going to sleep? Nuzzled up against 9 or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool.
Why would you change?
Am I still Big Spoon? Or are you little?
Yeah, you're
Spoon?
big spoon still. Yeah. So,
Okay, I like that.
alright, it gets to the morning and the world starts to brighten up.
Rise and shine,
The
fuckers.
3 of you stretch. Ibathane wakes you up, probably with a rise and shine, motherfuckers. And yeah, both of your exhaustion is gone.
Oh thank God.
You are all at full hit points. You
That
gain
was-
back all spell slots.
That's such a
And
fucking
sorcery points,
waste
right?
And all
of that
sorcery
potion.
points.
And half of our hit dice.
That's
And half of your hit dice.
Such a waste of that potion.
Which
Gain back
do
half
we
hit
round
dice.
down or round up?
Round down.
Oh, okay, so I've got
Oh, so
3 used.
I'm down to.
What's your max hit?
Got-
You gain back 2 hit dice each. And you're all level 6.
Woo!
So that means that Ibathane you get your extra 2 spells
I'm going to be taking Fireball and Lightning Bolt.
by replacing Colour Spray with Lightning Bolt.
Yes, yeah. So I've gained the new spell Fireball, and I
Mhm.
exchanged Colour Spray for Lightning
Yeah.
Bolt.
Okay, so 9.
Uh-huh.
You need to note down. Well, I'll go with Tholme first. Tholme, choose 2 things that you have proficiency in and gain expertise. So we kind of spoke about it yesterday. Did you decide which
Okay.
one you want to go for?
Okay, so I've upped my athletics from 3 to 6.
Okay,
And my sleight of hand from 6 to 9.
sounds good. And 9, you gain.
An aura of something, blah, blah, something.
Sounds good.
Yes, you've gained Aura Protection. So you need to note down that every creature within 10 feet of you gets a bonus to any saving throws equivalent to your Charisma modifier.
Then
Friendly creature.
friend.
And you as well.
So is this something that I have to activate, or is
No,
something
it's
that's
always.
Just,
It's just by
Ooh.
you. Over the night, the 3 of you have bonded as you were talking, and now
And
they
spooning.
feel and spooning,
my
and now
gosh.
they feel somewhat of a connection with you, and your holy magic that surrounds you is bonded to them slightly,
So what do we
protecting
get?
them.
We get a bonus.
You get a +3 to all saving throws when you're within 10 feet of 9.
That's amazing.
Shit.
That's a really good power. I also have a sort of helping the team sort of thing. I now have Bend Luck. Basically, I can use 2 sorcery points and I give a 1d4 to either boost something they're doing or basically take away
from someone else.
an enemy or something.
Sweet.
So all 3 of you woken up, you've bonded, and your wounds from the day before have healed. Your muscles have become stronger, and the practice you got during that pretty epic fight has made you all stronger.
Fantastic.
Hey.